A new illustration has been released to mark the anniversary of the Digital Monster LCD toy. June 26, 1997 was the original release date of the device, designed around the concept of a fighting Tamagotchi, with the core themes of nurture, evolution, and battle. Now in its 28th year, the series will celebrate with a large-scale live performance featuring Digimon whose debut anniversaries fall on the 5th, 10th, 15th, 20th, and 25th milestones. The full-color teaser for the G-Cell Corrupted Skullgreymon G Erosion Mode figure has been released, with pre-orders starting on June 27th. This follows the earlier Metal Greymon figure release and the unpainted D-for-real Skullgreymon prototype reveal. On June 26th, Digimon card artist Tonami Kanji shared that they illustrated 3 new parallel cards for the latest Digimon card game EX Booster release, EX09 vs. Monsters. Tonami also added a note about the Analog Boy's background. It's based on the hidden dimension, Orge Fortress, the base of operation of Ariemon, deep within the depths of Great Canyon, that appears after clearing the story. The image represents the transitional space between visible and off-screen areas during a zone shift, something that might be hard to recognize at first glance. PlayStation Blog has published a feature titled Digimon Storytime Stranger Introducing New Digimon Enhancement Systems, outlining various ways to upgrade and enhance Digimon in the game. The game is developed by Media Vision, the same team behind Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Building on that experience, they've addressed issues that affected players who didn't have much time to spend training Digimon in Cyber Sleuth. In this title, Digimon are electronic life forms that possess characteristics of both organic matter and electric signals. Early on, players will take on their first hostile Digimon encounter with their choice of a Digimon provided by Adamas, defeat each Digimon type, often enough to create an instance of it, in a process known as conversion. The turn-based battle system is built around the interaction of Digimon attributes and element. Attributes include vaccine, virus, data, free, variable, and others, 7 in total. Elements include fire, water, plant, and others, 11 in total. For example, if your opponent is a virus type, attacking with a vaccine type Digimon will grant a plus 100% damage bonus. Additionally, using water type skills against them if they're weak to water will further increase the damage multiplier, and the reverse is also true. One of the new systems introduced in Time Stranger is personalities. Each Digimon has one of 16 personality types, which influence stat growth, skill acquisition, and even Digivolution conditions. For example, a Digimon with a daring personality will see higher growth in attack and defense, making it more suited for physical offense. They can also learn personality-linked skills that enhance combat capabilities. While a Digimon's personality is initially determined when it is converted, it can be changed later through communication and training using special items in the Digifarm. That means you can have 2 of the same Digimon that may perform differently based on their personalities. Another new system is Agent Skills, which represents the player's own abilities as an Adamas agent. By completing missions, players earn points that can be used to unlock various effects, such as enhancing Digimon with specific personalities, increasing experience gain, or easing Digivolution requirements. Agents also have unique abilities known as cross arts, powerful techniques that fuse the player's Digivice with a Digimon's power during battles. Cross arts can significantly influence combat with support effects like stat boosts or follow-up attacks. As your Digimon train and evolve, you will also experience your own growth, indicated by agent rank. This directly affects your Digimon's strength. Sharkmon's torpedoes, Pluto Dumon, bite into the enemy and then self-destruct. The name actually comes from the large-toothed cookie-cutter shark, Isistius plutotis, which is a rare type of deep-sea squaliform shark. In Digimon Liberator, Episode 15, Part 2, Unknown Breaker, Yao's unique emblem transforms into a card. It protects her, and turns out to be the treasure box item. It's an item that increases the chances of Digivolution. As a result, Sangomon evolves into its mega form, Ariemon. Yao wins the battle and reunites with Mirai. Meanwhile, Violet and Arisa come face to face with a version of Close, they can't recognize. Episode 16, Part 1 arrives on July 10th. Next week, on July 3rd, Column Tips 25 will be released. Now, Ariemon is a mega aquatic type data attribute Digimon, an aquatic Digimon said to be able to cure all ailments and wounds. It has the ability to prophesize calamities or plagues that are to strike the digital world, and has been cited delivering warnings throughout various areas. Its body resembles that of a mermaid, but it can float and move on land as well. However, it gradually dries up if it stays away from a body of water. Ariemon's hair-like body part is composed of seawater data which can be freely transformed for offensive or defensive purposes, as well as serve as a bed for young Digimon. A benevolent soul, it shies away from causing unnecessary harm to its enemies, often content to capture and immobilize them. It also looks after young aquatic Digimon, such as by conjuring large shells for them to take refuge in, and works to protect the ecosystem. Ariemon's special moves are entangling algae, in which it extends the ribbon wrapped around its shell staff to immobilize enemies, tidal spear, which imbues its staff with seawater and transforms it into a spear to impale its foes, and cleansing waters, which summons invigorating seawater to cleanse any wounds or illnesses. Ariemon's name likely draws from the Ari, a prophetic aquatic yokai in Japanese folklore. Ari are described as having round, scale-covered bodies that gleam like fish, walking on 4 legs with long, thin tails. Their necks rise upright from their bodies, topped with flowing manes, and their overall appearance somewhat resembles a sea lion. Design-wise, Ariemon also seems inspired by the Amabie, another legendary yokai often depicted as a mermaid-like figure with a beak-like mouth and 3 legs or tail fins. The Amabie is said to emerge from the sea to foretell a good harvest or an epidemic, and encourages people to share its image to ward off illness. Digimon Source Code has posted a full highlight feature on Lilithmon, one of the prominent Demon Lord Digimon, including detailed skills and in-game visuals. Fans quickly noted that the model used for Lilithmon in source code matches the modified or censored version previously seen in the Chinese mobile game Digimon New Century. Specifically, the design has her cleavage covered, unlike her original design in other Digimon media. This adjustment aligns with earlier design changes made for Anjumon, who also had a more modest appearance in New Century. Interestingly, however, not all Digimon received similar treatment, even in New Century. Some later added characters retained their original, more revealing designs, such as Beelstarmon, suggesting that censorship standards have not been applied consistently across the board. This inconsistency has sparked discussion among fans, with some viewing it as an effort to appeal to broader or younger audiences, while others consider it a stylistic decision tied to regional content guidelines. In Source Code's case, it seems the developers have opted to follow the precedent set by New Century's initial edits, at least for certain legacy characters like Lilithmon,